Hi guys, this is Ricky Warren here for Gravity Fitness, and today I'm going to show you how to swing this mace. So the mace actually originated in ancient India, where it's called the gada, and it was made in many different proportions. Mainly it was used as a weapon for martial arts and warfare, and for a training tool for wrestlers so they could get stronger scapulars for pulling, grappling and their sport in general. So before we actually pick up the mace and start swinging it, we need to actually learn the flight path and the movement. But at the same time, we need to acknowledge that there's an element of commitment that's required. So if you were going to learn any skill, like a flip or a handstand, you'd have to put a certain amount of commitment into it to make sure it happens. And when you swing this mace into the air, you know exactly where that ball is going to go and how it's going to move around you. So right now, I'm going to teach you the flight path. You're going to grab yourself a stick. This is just like a curtain rod that's been sawn in half. So you're going to hold the mace to the waist here, and we're going to look up at the ball, which would be here. And then we're going to lift up our hands to the right and look to the left. And the ball of the mace would be here. And that sets it up for the momentum we need for the ball of the mace to swing behind our head. So now I'm going to show you the flight path from the front and from the back. Make sure you pay special attention to what my elbows, arms, core, legs and everything is doing so that you can match the technique. So now we're going to try with the steel mace itself. So the first thing we're going to do is pay respect to the weapon. And then we're going to pick it up from the bottom and launch it up here. Now the second thing I want to show you is the cast off, is where we push up and away. That's just going to get you used to swinging the mace before you actually put it behind your head. So what we're going to do from here, we're going to push the stick up and back down and just get comfortable doing that stably without moving any of the rest of your body. Once you're comfortable there, I want you to start pushing up and casting away to the side, like this. Not losing the grip. Yeah. Then after that point, we're going to start actually swinging. But before we swing behind the head, we're going to swing the mace in front, just to get a feel for the ball and how it moves through the air. So that's going to look like this. Now did you notice what I did is I pushed up and then away. So I pointed the ball away in that direction, horizontally or laterally. And re-catch it here. So once you're comfortable with that, we're going to attempt going behind the head. Now there's three parts we can break the swing into. There's the launch and the cast off, the swing itself, and then the pull over. I'm going to break all three of them down for you so you can get the technique better. So for the launch, we're going to practice the front swing. The next part is the swing itself. For this part, you really want to remember to keep the elbows tight to the body and rotate through the trunk. So let's have a go at that. I'm going to show you from behind. The last bit is the pullover. So once you've swung it behind your back, what you want to do is pull with your ribs and your lats and pull that stick forward so that the weight of the ball comes back to the center position. Now one nice adaptation we can do is to rest it on the shoulder after the swing. That looks like this. So a couple of tip reminders: keep the feet firmly planted, glutes and the hips nice and tight and squeezed. We're going to have a good tight core. We're going to rotate through the trunk and have the elbows nice and tight to the head. It's a good idea to stretch your triceps before this exercise because that helps you get the drop behind your head. One last thing, when you're bringing the mace around your head, you don't want to actually swing it up here. So what we actually want to do is let the elbows rise up and keep them close to the body so that we get a fascial stretch from the elbow down to the hip. And then we can engage our core and this full line here to create enough pull to bring the mace back over. That's really good work for your scapulae, and that makes enormous contributions to shoulder strength and function. There's 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12 kilogram variations. When you're learning, try and get a lighter one to begin with, and also you can do a lot more skills with this, so it's always good to have two. Get a lighter one and a heavier one.